Hello and welcome to 2K Fantasy Premier League podcast. I'm your host, Christopher K, and we're back on our normal Sunday slot, slightly earlier actually, 5:30. So we're halfway through the Villa-Everton game. Kev and I are hoping for an Everton clean sheet, and if we're lucky, a Tarkowski goal.
Hall.
Or brace even. So we are looking at game week 23. That's next Saturday, 11 o'clock deadline. So it's kind of a normal deadline. Nice early 6 o'clock in the morning start for Kev. So Kev, not a bad start to the week for you, football wise,
right? Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, life. I was like, is it?
Yeah. I mean, life's too busy. I know that. You've been in New York all week, haven't you?
Oh fuck.
Have you forgotten already? I'm sure you come back Thursday morning, you said.
I was supposed to until every fucking flight in Toronto got canceled for like one of the biggest snowstorms of the year. And then it was canceled again. I was supposed to fly back this morning based on these flight cancellations. And this is like an hour flight. Actually, no, so I was in New York for one night. We went to we did two of our investment manager head offices, three of them actually. And then we took the train to Baltimore. Shout out The Wire. Great show. Which is like a 2-hour high-speed train. And then we stayed in like the Four Seasons in Baltimore. Nice. Just like the fancy part of town. Because it's kind of like scary as fuck in that city. And then there's just this one really nice area down by the water. Which is where one of our other investment managers' head offices are. And so we did 2 days there. And I'm supposed to fly back Thursday morning. And I'm doing dry January. It's been a long month. And
it's only been 18 days.
Yeah. Well, I started on the 6th. I was going to go 6 to the 6th. Because my parents were visiting. They're big boozers. Probably where I get it from. And anyway, so we're having dinner on Wednesday night, and my phone goes, ding, your flight's canceled. And everyone else at the dinner is like, ding, 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 their flight's. And we're all like, fuck. And my national sales manager's like, you can't do dry January now. He's like, come on, man. We changed all the hotels to 2:30 late checkout tomorrow. Let's just go. I'm like, all right, fuck it. My boss told me I had to, so. Anyway, so next morning, it's like we're in Baltimore still in the Four Seasons, and it's like, ding, your flight's now moved till we found your flight at 6 p.m. tonight. Like fucking then everyone else. It was just me and one other guy on this flight, right? And there's like 20 people here. And sort of like as time is going on, they're like, fuck, they just canceled my new flight. And me and this other guy are like, still got our flight, but we're like, we know it's just a matter of time. Because like Kim and the kids, I got pictures of them like the kids are like up to here in snow shoveling out. It's fucking still snowing. Like Pearson Airport's just closed. And I'm like, that hasn't changed yet. So why would this flight not get canceled, right? And the flights are out of Washington, which is an hour from Baltimore, right? I'm waiting to take an Uber there. And then eventually me and two other guys, my flight got canceled at like 3:30 on Thursday. And then as soon as it went ding, we're like, fuck it. Let's go rent a truck and just drive home. So we rented this like Ford F-150 up in Pennsylvania and drove home, except when we got there, they're like, we don't have any Ford F-150s. What are you talking about? I'm like, the fucking website said you did. What the fuck? We just took an Uber an hour north to get to this like Enterprise rent-a-car in the middle of some town I've never heard of in Pennsylvania, like middle of fucking America. Like, I don't even know where I am, right? I'm going past towns. I've just this Berg. I've never heard of these places. And we're in some like tiny town in an Enterprise rent-a-car. The guy's like, I got like a fucking 2-wheel drive, no snow tires, Mitsubishi SUV.
I mean, not one second logic here.
Huh?
Why didn't you book it before you went in an Uber for an hour? I don't get that.
I did book it.
I see. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I
was like, dude, look, F-150. I was pumped. I love trucks. I'm like going to be bombing about in a truck. Now I'm like, tires are spinning. So anyway, we get in, and I'm just like, fuck it. I go, it's like 5 o'clock now, I did 7.5 hour driving to the border. It's like 1 a.m. And then on the other side of the border, I let the other guy drive, one of the other guys, an hour and a half, just because I wanted to book my Uber. It was in my name, and I normally drive down to Florida for like 20 hours, so I'm like used to those drives. It's just this, it was all highway, and then for like this one random hour in upstate New York, it was like turn left here. I'm like, where the fuck are we, man? I like left, I look right. There's just like fields, cow pastures, but it's like pitch black with snow blowing. I'm like, oh fuck, we might not make it home, boys. And then all of a sudden got to the highway near Buffalo, border, home, no problem. So kind of a fucky, and we were like the only guys that did that. Everyone else is still like getting on planes right now.
so you got back what, Friday lunchtime sort of thing?
No, I got back at Friday at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, right.
Thursday at 4 o'clock, we were like, fuck it, let's drive.
Oh, so it's Thursday night you got, well, very late Thursday night, early Friday morning.
Yeah. So nice. Figured I'd tell that story. Nothing to do with FPL, but Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It feels like so long ago when we talked when I was in New York, man.
Well, it was Monday, but yeah, time flies.
That was back when I was still doing dry Jan. And a dry Jan at a work event, everyone, it's like when you're 22 and you're at the bar and you're like, I don't like shots. I don't want to do shots. Everyone just kind of turns and looks at you and goes, what do you mean you're not doing any fucking shots? Get this guy shots. Shot. It's like, no, guy, fuck off. I don't like shots. They make me fucking barf. I don't want to do shots. That's what it was like at the work event. They're like, what do you mean you're on dry January? Are you fucking idiot or something? Here's a drink. I'm like, guys, no. So at like 9 o'clock, I just threw a smoke grenade and like backed the fuck out of there. I went to bed, just disappeared, didn't say bye to anyone. Same with the next night, but then I couldn't escape. I was pinned in the corner. It was a really cool night too, because they had like an assistant GM for one of the MLB teams, the Baltimore Orioles. They're like speaking to us. I'm just talking to him about how he's like signing players and trades and stuff. But I was like pinned in the corner. They're like, you got a drink, man. You ain't going anywhere. I was like, fuck. All right. I've never tried Japanese single malt. Let's get me that and I'll drink. And then they did. I was like, fuck. So anyway, fun night.
So when's your new dry month coming up then? Are you resetting at some point? Or just not going to bother?
Well, Bill's game was on yesterday. Playoffs, really fucking pissed off. So I just slammed booze in anger last night, as you do. And then today I'm obviously like royally fucked that dry January up now, but I'm going to do my best to do like dry weekdays for January, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you failed that because you was anyway. It doesn't matter.
I did.
I'm sure you work it out, right? So, do you want to whack some scores up on the thing, and I want to chat about a couple of bits? So,
scores.
So
I'll whack them up.
I was pleased to see you got the Tiao points today because we'll chat about it before we came on. Because like I had that the other week when when I got when I got Allison in, and I would have had Dubravka when he got his 11-pointer out of nowhere, which was a fluke because Burnley's defense is awful.
Yeah.
And then Alice, and it was a double sort of bittersweet, but obviously then Allison got the 10 points against Arsenal. It's like, okay, it's sort of even itself out.
Yeah.
Last week you bought Tiao in, and it cost you a few points because you would have had Lequoir's points otherwise. I mean, you might someone else. You got the -1, and now you got 9 points, which is quite nice when it goes bad the first week and then it kind of comes back a little bit. So there is a little bit of sometimes you have to be. That's the hard thing about this game is if you get the bad news first and then the good news comes like 2 weeks later, it's like it's just the psychology of feeling a bit down about it. So I think if Rodgers in particular doesn't get anything, you should be in a nice little green arrow there. And I mean, I know you've only got 43 points, something like that, but that's big in this. It's weird, isn't it? Because it's a really poor scoring week because the midfielders
no captain,
very little.
That's why it's so low. Just no captain returned.
Yeah, because even if you've gone for someone different, they didn't return, did they? So
exactly. So like if Haaland got a 10-pointer, we'd all be on 60 something, and I'd be on like 68.
Still same difference, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
So
it just seems low, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm only on like 18 points. It's like, well, your captain, all our captains got 4. The rest, like your captain, if your captain gets like 15 points, you get a 30 points from that. We're all like touching 70s and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I found lately that I've been getting a lot of ones, and it's mostly from fucking the expensive superstars. Saka, Foden. You know, I think the week before Foden got one. Lewis Miley, yeah. I mean, that's another discussion. But the last 2 weeks, I think I'd be getting ones. Even that week where I had a decent score, not last week, the week before. Remember when you were like, "Oh, I thought you were doing way better than me"? It's because I had a bunch of ones.
Yeah,
and like you know, I see Elliot Anderson sitting on my bench with a 5, and it's like that guy's getting 4 every fucking week, man. He doesn't get the minuses for the goals scored against too, so it's a really unique CBIT player to have. Like you can say Tarkowski gets 2 CBIT today, but they get scored on. He only gets a 3. Or scored on twice.
Well, if they score 2 in him, or if he gets scored 2 in him and he gets a yellow, he's on 2, and
I know. Where Anderson, he could get 10 goals scored on him. It won't matter. He'll get a 4 unless he gets a yellow. There's no negatives. So he's almost more. His floor is a better floor than anyone else's in the game, quite frankly. But he doesn't get the clean sheet upside. He has to get an attacking return. I mean, I guess he gets a 1 point clean sheet upside, but he doesn't get that if he gets a clean and CBIT, he's on an 8. He doesn't. He's on a 5. That's what he has this week, right? Where, the defenders get 8s. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm now thinking I play Anderson every week instead of my.
For me, he is nailed on. I mean, there were some rumors he might go to Man City. I'm not. They're not as strong as the guy in the Semenyo ones.
But I was under the most Elliot Anderson rumor-ish I had heard was that Man United are preparing an offer for him, but for the summer. Because I anticipate there's no fucking way Forest can afford to sell him right now. Like they're fighting for their life to not get relegated. You can't go and sell by far your best player. I mean, Morgan Gibbs-White's arguably their best creative player, but Elliot Anderson's been their most important player.
I mean, yeah, he's the heart of the team. So anyway, so you're on 43 points. So if Rodgers doesn't score, we'll probably know by the end of this pod if he has or not. And if Tarkowski gets a clean, then you should be in quite a nice green. And then I'm very much on a grey arrow. I imagine it'll end up being, if Tarkowski gets a clean, I'll probably just about scrape a green, depending, because I don't think there's much. I'm kind of assuming Brighton, Bournemouth is not really many points there, because now Semenyo's left Bournemouth. There's no one really owns many Bournemouth players. I don't think there's much going on there. But if you look at my score,
yeah, I'm on it now.
I sold Cunha's 4 points with Semenyo's 2. It was one of those annoying ones where I was like, we talked about last week and what order do I want my midfielders, and I was weighing up, do I go for Chelsea midfielders? Because I could have gone for Palmer or Enzo this week. I could have gone Bruno, and I told you to go Bruno, I think. But didn't tell myself. And then I went Semenyo because I wanted Semenyo, Foden, Haaland for the Wolves game next week. So I kind of made that decision. So I have to see next week if it was worth it or not, if I made the right decision.
I went Bruno G, and I think he got 3. I wasn't that disappointed with him at all, man. Because part of me
sounded like he was the best. It sounds like he was the best player on the pitch again.
And he wasn't subbed off. Gordon's getting subbed off, and you know what I mean. Voltamade's subbing with Vissa. Barnes is going to sub. Elanga's out there now. Murphy's going to be back soon. It's Bruno Guimaraes just fucking plays, dude. And he cracked it, and the goalie made a huge save. There's a lot of that against my team this week. I'm thinking that yesterday, Saka could have scored from a Rice cross. Then Rice could have scored on that Saka cross. You obviously saw the highlights.
Saka could have had a penalty to take.
Exactly. I thought that should have been a penalty. I know how you probably feel about it, but
I mean, it's absolute madness that people are going, it's not a penalty when the guys use his hand to stop the ball going out of play. I know the ball ended up going out of play, but that's only because he didn't do that good.
To me, he's clearly nowhere near his body, so it's that's a fucking penalty. And every other scenario where they show it, they're oh, if his arm was closer to his body.
But if that's on the goal line, you're almost being sent off for stopping the ball going in the goal, aren't you?
It's annoying.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah,
but I think, but I agree. I
I'm
mean,
not even 100% taking the penalty. I mean, Gio was off. He probably would have. He's also hasn't scored in 10 games.
I mean, the only players on penalties would be Saka, Gio, and Odegaard. But Odegaard and Gio weren't on the pitch, so Saka was 100% taking that penalty. I had no doubt about that in my mind. I mean, Saka could have scored the week before had Zubimendi not got in the way of a brilliant pass from. Anyway, it is how it is. But if you look at my team, I'm relying on defenders. So I've got the Timber and Gabriel's points, and then Chalobah came with a nice 9-pointer for me there, which I was pretty pleased with. I know Sanchez got you 11 again, which is another. So Sanchez and Thiago kind of caught up the points they kind of lost you in the last couple in the previous weeks, which is always good.
Yeah, and I think there's like Chalobah and. Do you want to? You know what? Seeing as we don't have questions, should we just go through each team and like what our views are on some of their players after, just to keep some structure? Because otherwise, I'm about to start talking about Sanchez and Chalobah and Palmer out of nowhere, right?
There was two things I want to talk about actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first one is the dreaded double and blank game weeks. Are you up to speed with this?
I mean, they're usually in 30-something whatever FA Cup, League Cup bullshit. I haven't looked.
Okay, so a couple of key bits of information then. I don't know if you can get onto the thing and just show the game weeks.
Yeah, sure.
So if you scroll up and just show the fixtures, if you jump to game week 31, get to there.
Well, I've just kind of got the fixture difficulty ranking open. Does that work?
No. If you go to your team, doesn't matter, or anyone's team, and scroll up on the pitch. Can you on the bottom? Can you go across the fixtures?
Sure.
31. Get to game week 31.
All right, that works. Done.
Right. So game week 31. This is the week when it's the Carabao Cup final.
Okay.
So we will get a blank game week here. Mm-hmm. And at the moment, Man City are 2-0 up against Newcastle in the first leg. They've got the second leg at home. And Arsenal are 3-2 up at Chelsea in the second leg at home. So let's assume that Man City and Arsenal get through, right? It's the most likely outcome here. They're both winning. They've both got home games next. That means you have a Man City Crystal Palace blank that week. Mm-hmm. And we have an Arsenal Wolves blank that week.
Okay.
So most of us are going to have 3 Arsenal. We're going to have at least 1 Man City. We probably won't have as many Palace players now. I mean, there was a good. Well, we'll come to managers in a minute. There was a good chance Glasner might be sacked by this time next weekend. But let's see.
You think so? Because he's being all fucking fuck you for selling Gahey.
Yeah. But obviously, with them selling Gahey, suddenly Minogues is a lot less interesting, and etc. because the defense won't be as good. So we're not going to have Wolves players, I don't think. Although Wolves have shown a bit of improvement. So we can probably navigate that without any chips, I imagine, assuming it's Man City and Arsenal. The question, though, is where do those games go?
Where do they go?
Game week 33 is the first blank after that. First week after that, you can get them in. However, you could also get them in the first game week you can get them is 26 and 27, which is when there's the Champions League playoff matches.
Okay.
However, Man City are probably going to be in the Champions League playoffs because they're not doing as well in the league, but Arsenal will not be in that. So there's a good chance that Arsenal will double in game week 26.
26, okay. Interesting. In 33, Man City and Arsenal play each other.
All right. Yeah, so in 33, that's when the Man City blank would probably go. And 26 is the most likely place the Arsenal game will go. And I imagine Arsenal push for it because if they get to the Carabao Cup final, they don't be faffing about with too many doubles later in the fixtures. So that's the first thing.
Have 3 Arsenal either way.
Yeah, and so you'd have Wolves doubling as well. I mean,
sure,
it's one of those traps, I suspect. But anyway, we'll work that.
The double is versus Arsenal.
yeah. I'm like, no thanks.
And Palace is so versus Arsenal versus Forest, and Palaces would be versus Man City versus Burnley, which is
game week 26. Game week 26 is when the double would be. So Arsenal's would be Brentford and Wolves.
I'm on game week 26, bro. Yeah, Brentford. Who did I say? No, I said Wolves' is double would be Forest and Arsenal.
Yeah, and then Arsenal's would be Brentford and Wolves. So anyway, so that's first bits of information.
City wouldn't double there. Sorry, that's where.
And City would double in 33, and that would be so their double would be against Arsenal and Palace would play West Ham and Man City. So mixture. Okay. Anyway, that's
And
quite a
Man
long way
City
away.
usually are like horrible double game week picks because they always rotate.
Yeah.
It's like you get Kevin De Bruyne, he only plays one game anyway.
Yeah. And then just for completeness, game week 34 is when the FA Cup semi-final blanks will be. So you'll have up to 4 games blanking then.
So
Obviously,
this is the free hit week.
That's the free hit week. I mean, we're so far, we've only just got past the third round of the FA Cup, so there's far too many permutations there.
Yeah.
And then just for completeness, game week 37 is when the FA Cup final is. But I think how that will play is that what they'll do is it won't be a blank. They'll just move it to midweek. So you'll play the FA Cup final, then a midweek match. I don't think 37 will become a blank.
And usually 36 is the double, right? Is that the same this year?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
So basically, don't use your wild card or free hit or triple captain until we all figure out what best week for us all to do the exact same fucking thing at the exact same time is. So it sounds like around game week 30, our teams will be identical throughout the rest of the season, and you might as well stop playing. Is that what we're saying? That's what's going to happen. I mean, we all have these chips. There's nobody using them first half like you did last year.
No, and yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, for me, it's going to be. I think the key thing is you want to make sure you can navigate game week 31 blank without a chip if you can.
Sure,
that's kind of important.
You could go down to 2 Arsenal for a week or two, like move off of a defender,
and just to complete it, the 3rd and 4th of Feb, which is, I think, partway through, which is in between game week 24 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
That is when the second legs of the Carabao Cup will play, and that's when we'll know who blanks in 31, and then quickly after that, we ought to know when those games are rearranged for.
Okay.
So it's fairly soon, right? So that's
you're telling me that it's very likely that we're going to have 3 or 2 Arsenal in our team needing to navigate a blank, though, which means you're probably not going to want a third forward that doesn't play like Obi, and Rhea becomes a lot more attractive in that scenario because you could just play a Dubravka. You don't have to worry about 3 Arsenal. You just got to worry about 2 or slightly more attractive, let's say. Things like that'll be where you can edge a little bit.
And then if Arsenal double in game week 26 or even 27, I think it's more likely 26. Then it's the case of, well, who would you captain? Because you want to captain an Arsenal player. I've seen a few people saying Saka, but I think I'd be going Rice. Or Big Gabs. Yeah, that's
the other thing. There's a more of a, like, let's say all their D are healthy by then. Like, Rhea's going to be even more attractive because he'll play both games. Where, like, once you get to that stage of the season with, they've got 2 games that week and one of them's first fucking, Wolves or whatever. Then now all of a sudden it's like, hey, Brentford and Wolves, right? So now it's like, hey, you know what? We just had 2 games last week as well. We had to play Real Madrid in an important Champions League game, and we had to play Aston Villa as well. So fuck it, we're gonna rest Big Gabs versus Brentford or Wolf. Like, you start running into that as well. And
the flip to that is on game week 26. I think the Saturday after, or somewhere around that, Arsenal play Wigan in the FA Cup. So I suspect we'll get a chance to rest. The other thing is, Arsenal have got a home game. The 8th game in the Champions League is a home game, and I think we probably would have won the group by then or whatever. So I think we'll rotate then as well. So we've actually got a couple of chances to get a bit of a rotation in there. So I'd be fairly confident Big Gabs plays both games in the double.
You're going to be happy. I think Barry just scored for Everton.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Yes way. From McNeil.
So did you mispronounce Tarkowski there?
Tarkowski's on 3 fucking CBIT. Garner's on 12 already. Yeah, that's a big goal for Just an Arsenal fan living in Manchester. Been to London 4 times in his life. What is the story? What is the story there? Like your buddy from when you were growing up was an Arsenal fan or something, right? Like your neighbor? Yeah.
Exactly that. That's. Well, I was originally from the Midlands, but yeah, he was a big Arsenal fan, so I followed him. And then, funny you say I've been to London like 3 times in my life. I've been to London hundreds of times in my life.
I know you have.
I spend more time in London than I do Manchester, I feel. Anyway, anyway,
Do you
so that was
have
that bit.
fucking Barry and
Draft, yeah.
Ugh.
I got in both my drafts, although one of my drafts
you gotta
was
beat
properly
me
on the bench
head on that goal.
I have no idea.
Well, your whole fucking bench is coming on because you got like Mo and
So annoyingly,
your team.
Annoyingly, I put Barry on the bench in the other drafting one, the one with the league. So he's
the one where I'm just don't think lapping the league right now. I'm on fire in that one. I think I got like 50 points on second, which is you.
Which is me.
Yeah. And I'm at first in our fucking league. I want to beat you head to head, baby. You're gonna beat me. I have been just off the boil in draft the last couple of weeks. Whatever. Anyway, I think I have Watkins and you have Rogers, and I have Grealish and you have Barry, and I have. Do I have a defender to your defender? You have Mikalenko. Yeah. I have Tarkowski.
So it's all going. I'll be shocked if you don't win. Anyway,
you're in the lead, so why would you be shocked? You're in front. You have more points than me, head to head, and this is the final game for us.
Oh, okay. Well,
you are favored to win right now. Don't be giving me that fucking underdog bullshit.
I didn't even know before we started this call that I was still in the. I looked at yesterday. I was doing so badly. I was like, okay, I'll ignore that. I'll just focus on the other bit. So anyway, so that's the blanks and the doubles. Won't talk any more about that. And then the second thing is just managers. So
okay,
I kind of already messed. There's obviously the Glasner blow up. There was a bit of a mixed view of whether Glasner now gets sacked because it was weird because he was going on the message of going, look, it's not the transfer window. I don't mind it, and then he just went mad. And it's like, what do they do now? I mean, they're going to go in free fall if he leaves, though. He's such a good manager. But, yeah, that's not... I mean, suddenly Palace are a bit of a target team because that kind of links... Because I know we're all talking about, Chelsea's fixtures pick up. Not after next week. It's the 4 games after that, we want Chelsea players. Yeah. But suddenly Palace away, I know Palace has been a bit of a fortress, but if Glasner goes and there's a bit of turmoil, it's not a bad game to go for. I would say. And I'm partly tempted just to move early and go, because I'm thinking Enzo over Palmer. What are your thoughts on Enzo over Palmer? Because so there's a very strong rumor that Palmer is, he's had this injury for probably 12 months now. Yeah. Apparently he needs surgery, but he wants to wait until after the World Cup so he doesn't miss it.
My take is I'm going to wait a week.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't really want to make that call yet. I think you and I having a Chelsea player already are ahead of the curve. People are going to now be like,
I've got
get
2
Bruno
Chelsea
in.
players.
Oh, who's your other? Oh, you got Gooey.
Gooey.
Gooey. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping that, like, after he did quite well for him in the FA Cup and he played in the Carabao Cup, it was like, I like this guy, and he didn't get any minutes. I was like, okay, he's still dead then.
I think
in the Premier League,
we're a bit ahead of the curve now because, so like people have Virgil and Ekateke and that little hot run of weeks where they were in the team are now behind us. So people are going to have like Van Dijk in their team and all of a sudden be like, oh, fuck, this is what I'm supposed to be moving off of him. But I need to do this like Foden to Bruno move now as well. And oh, fuck, it's time for Chelsea players. I can't even, I got too many other things I got to do before that. Like people are going to prioritize getting Bruno in 2 weeks before Chelsea, even though that's when Chelsea's hot fucking fixture run starts, right? So I do think the fact that we went a little early on getting in like Chalobah, I mean, you did that for a while ago. You're almost going to sell him, remember? You're like, oh, I'll keep him. But me going to Sanchez in my, which was the only way I could get big Gabs in at the time, selling Rhea. So getting Sanchez, it was a great 11-pointer this week, but really it's starting next week for the next 4, 5, 6, whatever weeks is why I got him in. And a lot of people just don't have any. And they're like, should I get Enzo? Should I get Palmer? And my take on that is Palmer still has by far the best upside in the league, right? Like, I know he's underlying stats have looked a little shitty the last couple of weeks, but he has been slowly getting back into the team. I mean, he scored 2 goals. I know there were penalties, but like, that's why it's good you have penalties, because the guy still got goals. The fact that he got CBIT and almost got him the other week, but was subbed early because it was like transitioning him back to fitness is a really good fucking little sign. He's a midfielder, so he's going to get another clean sheet point for you. I guess that's irrelevant versus Enzo, but it's a benefit versus like João Pedro, who I don't think is an option for me because we went through this before. He gets 2-point blanks. He has no chance at getting CBIT.
And he only played 73 minutes as well.
Delap's fit now. Like, I don't know. There's a new manager. I don't know what we still
and
don't.
The new manager has said he's going to back young players. So I do think, I know I was kind of half joking that I do think Mark Gui will get a few minutes.
Yeah,
I'm not. He's still going to be third. He's still going to be third on my bench. And you're right. I will have to solve that issue probably when we get to blank game week 31.
Right. But you never know. Delap's made out of fucking little bits of paper.
Pedro's also been injured as well.
And and over the years he's had that issue too. There's just a lot of rotation risk. There's like Gittins and the Stavio or whatever the fuck, and Garnacho, and Neto was interesting earlier in the season, but I don't know how nailed he is now. And
I mean, for me, it's Enzo versus Palmer. But so the situation I'm in is Palmer's a little bit. He's slightly stretching my budget, and I'll probably need to sell Saka to Rice, which I probably need to do anyway. But I know Saka's now had another rest, and I'm like, yeah, but he's now going to play the next game, right? So I'm like, well, I don't need to sell him now because Saka can outscore Rice in any game, and we talked about this before. And he has looked dangerous when he's been on the pitch. There is something slightly off, but I'm kind of hoping that Saka gets the rests in the Champions League as well, and Madueke gets more minutes then.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at, now that Miley didn't play today, or we got in a few minutes. I mean, I'm not that I'm starting Miley this week, but I'm like,
you can't play Miley.
I'm really looking at what happens with Palace, and if I think Palace look fragile, I'm very tempted to go Enzo now, Miley to Enzo, get it done, because I haven't got enough money to go Milo to Bruno. And Bruno, I know you've gone Foden to Bruno, but I'm like, well, I've got Foden. I know Foden might not start, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to play it out now. I've got Foden to Bruno's the week after for me. I can go if I do Miley to Enzo and Foden to Bruno, I've still got a bit of money left in the bank, and I can sort something out. And I've got a bit to play with them, which is quite nice. I could even, I'm probably not that far off making Mark Gui an actual. I could probably make him like a Calvert-Lewin or something close to that, which might not be a bad option later down the line.
Okay. So a couple things. First of all, I just want to make a comment about Wolves, because I know Foden's got Wolves home next, right? Which is a juicy fixture. I've just switched to Jose Sa. I'm going to read Wolves expected goals conceded for the last while now. This week versus Newcastle, less than 1.88. Last week, Everton away, less than 1.89. Last week, West Ham at home, less than fucking a lot, 0.25. Man U away, 0.84. These are really fucking low. This is like Arsenal earlier in the year low, bro. They've transitioned to one of the best defensive teams in the league because they're playing for their lives now with their backs against the wall. And ever since the new managers come in, this is just how they've played, dude. Liverpool away, 1.5. Brentford at home, very high offensive team this year, 1.28. Yeah, so I think there's something to I kind of went through that on my head yesterday. I'm like, why the fuck am I holding Foden for this game? I don't even think it's a good game anymore, man. This isn't the game week 1 where they just fucking torched Wolves. To
be fair, Kev, I think that's fair. I'm not even convinced Foden will start.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm going to keep my eye on the Champions League, because that's the thing I haven't said is there is Europe this week, so obviously watch out the injuries, etc.
Yeah, where Bruno has nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said to you last week, just go Bruno now, because he hasn't got any. He's not going to.
I mean, I hear you. I want a Bruno. I got him. I got Bruno G. He's who I wanted the whole time. Bruno Fernandez, I have wanted, like, I had him before he got injured. I wanted him back right away. When I saw fucking Ole 2.0 Bruno yesterday, like, dude, that was the best they've played since Ole was their manager, attacking wise. Like that looked, it was like fun to fucking watch that shit, dude. When was the last time you said that about a Man U game? Like, not with Ten Hag, not with fuck nuts that just left, not with Jose Mourinho, not with, I mean, I guess he was before Ole, but like not with any of these defensive managers that play with wing backs and shit, right? Like, I feel like Bruno was playing in the midfield. As soon as he got the ball, you could tell Carrick was like, dude, turn and make a pass immediately. Every time. Turn, make a sick fucking pass up the field. Or he was up running so far advanced, he was a center forward ahead of Bumo, ahead of whoever the fuck came up, or Acuna. So I was like, dude, he's just like running into the box all the time. He had a goal called off. He had an assist on a goal that was called off. He's obviously going to be on, he's on pens. He fucking hits Seabit. I feel like he'll get 4 points versus you. And I think that's more points than Foden's going to get. So, and then also these prices are going to go like this, like I would expect like Friday night, they both move again, right? So 0.2 each way I've gotten ahead of, I guess. So anyway, whatever. I mean, I know after the Arsenal game, every single player in the game is going to go get them. So I just wanted to get it done, you know? I didn't want to have to like think about it, and it helps you with team value. And I think next now I'm in a place where it's like, fuck, I really like my midfield. Like my midfield right now is Rice, absolutely nailed. Bruno Fernandez and Bruno G, love them both. And then Anderson is, could I bring him up to Enzo? Yeah, I have enough money to do that. Do I want to do that? No, I kind of want to just have Anderson get 4 or 5 points every week.
Who's your fifth midfielder then, or your fourth?
Saka.
Saka, sorry, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So who's like, that's kind of I feel like Saka's the spot where everybody's kind of gone a different way on. Like Anderson, some people have gone with Harry Wilson instead of Anderson. I don't know who else that would be, who anyone else's fifth mid would be.
The interesting one for me is Caicedo.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm looking at Enzo and I'm going, the alternative to Enzo is Caicedo.
So I actually, when you were talking earlier, I thought that would work. It didn't work. I was looking at Chelsea players when you were talking, and I was looking at points per match. I thought that was interesting. So Sanchez, 4 points per match. And remember, he has a fucking -3 in there because of the red card, right? Chalaba, 5.3, leads the team. And Enzo Fernandez, 4.7. Palmer's only 3.8. Caicedo's 4.4. And João Pedro's 4.2. Pedro Neto's 4.1. Reece James 4.3, but there's no fucking way.
I mean, Enzo is slightly skewed by the fact he's been on pens.
Gooey 1.3.
but Enzo has been on pens, right? And that's not continue if Palmer's fit. I'm just not convinced by Palmer's fitness.
Fine, but that number, my point was going to be 4.7 isn't even that high, and that was with playing like 8 games without Palmer, where he was this advanced dude on pens, way more attacking. I just feel like Enzo's probably more of like a 4 point per game guy if you take those games and normalize them to what we have now. Like, I wish I could break it out. I guess I could, but I'm not going to right this second, and be like, what was his points per game when Enzo wasn't playing? And how many games was that? And we could get the true numbers, probably like 4.2 or what, like the rest of the mids. What my aha moment is like, fuck, man, maybe I should just go get Chalaba and double D it up. Because I look, like, for example, this week, Palace away is not really a game I want to go get Enzo or Palmer for. Could be a really good clean sheet game, though. Like, I just don't. I also like my D. Like, I'm not selling Tarkowski. I'm not selling big Gabs. I like Tia. Alderate I could sell, I guess, and then move, because like clearly Mukiele's or whatever is just way fucking better than him. I mean, he got CBIT today and Alderate didn't. He got an assist. Alderate's nowhere near ever getting one. And then I also have Lacroix, who I would like to sell as well. So my plan was to go next week after this week, because I still have 2 transfers. Sorry, I used one of my 2 transfers on Bruno. I'm not going to use the other one. So next week I'll have 2 transfers again. And my plan was just going to be, theoretically, there's no like passion in this move, but potentially Saka to Palmer. And then I've got so much money still. I could go Lacroix to, not so much money,
Timber.
sorry.
Lacroix
to Timber with 0.2 to spare. Not so much money. Okay. Yeah, Saka drop, but I think I had a free drop. So anyway, my point is, I could though just get fucking Chalobah, because these unbelievably good clean sheet fixtures are better than Arsenal's fixtures, even though you guys are cleaning everyone. And Chalobah gets CBIT a ton. Tosin went off injured though, right? So, but Fofana didn't play again. Like, Fofana's not a pick, is he?
Chalobah's teammate, Chalobah's partner has been rotating the whole game. Yeah. What I would say is, it sounds like Chelsea got absolutely pummeled, and to some extent, I mean, your keeper made 6 saves or 5 saves, whatever, right? So that there's a little bit of luck in there. I mean, the other thing to bring up is, you just said the Wolves fixture is not as good. They got Wolves away as the second lot of their great fixtures. So
but defensively,
no, agreed. Yeah,
so here's who they have coming up: Palace away. I think that's like way better for defensive players than for any attacking player. Then West Ham at home. That's probably better for the attackers. I mean, that's the game that João Pedro got 15 points in, right, earlier in the year. Wolves away, it's probably better for the defenders. So we're 2-1. Then it's Leeds home. Fucking DCL didn't score this week. I guess somebody bought him that ruins people or something, after finally got him in, and now he's not scoring anymore or some shit. I'm glad I didn't get him. But like, they found a way to score. Plus they went and they bought a decent, or they got Buonanotte on loan or something, right, from Brighton, who's okay. He's not great. And then they've got Burnley home. That's probably a good attacking and defensive fixture. Then it's Arsenal away. Like, time to get off. Like, this is
and Villa away.
Yeah, and then Newcastle, and then Everton away, then City. Like, this is a 4-week punt, taking us through the month of February.
That's interesting. This is where I'm torn on it. So my plan is, rather than trying to be fancy with it, I'm just going to go, Foden's going to become Fernandes, and Miley's going to become a Chelsea midfielder that's not Palmer. I can't afford Palmer that route.
Sure.
And I just got to choose another Chelsea midfielder. I think it's going to be Enzo or Caicedo. I'm just going to weigh up what the best move is this week. Just coming back to the managers.
Who else has been playing? Like, Neto's been getting 90.
But the thing is, it's a new manager, so we don't really know.
No, but he's been getting 90 the last 2 weeks again since he's come in. So that's, I mean, he's 7.1. I think it's just Caicedo, bro. I mean, he got 5 points this week. He got 4 points the week before. Like, he's Anderson with good fixtures.
My fear with Caicedo is the injury thing that they've, because it feels like he's carrying a knock as well. Whereas I think, I'm gonna have to weigh it up.
Well, okay, can I, before you go back to the managers, what about this then? Okay, so I could go Saka to Palmer or Enzo, whoever. The best Chelsea mid that I decide in a week, and Lacroix to Timber. Okay, or I could keep Saka and just get Chalobah. Would you rather have Chalobah and Saka or Palmer and Timber for the fixtures I just read for you for Chelsea, which I think is like
Palmer Timber?
Well, I think it's like a more. It sounds to me like these upcoming Chelsea fixtures are better for a defensive asset, personally.
So the reason why I say Palmer Arsenal. Timber is I believe more in the Arsenal defense. I think we will still keep more clean sheets.
Okay.
And and I think Timber has got better upside attack than Chalobah.
Sure.
I know Timber's not been having it, and Saka
Chalobah
looks
gets
like he's
seeded.
going to get rotated more, whereas Palmer looks like I think Palmer's got a bit more upside,
Okay.
as you say, and he's on pens guaranteed.
Yeah, fair enough. Chalobah's been getting CBIT every fucking week, though, except these 2 weeks a while ago, where Timber
Doesn't get CBet often though, but I think he'll get more
I
clean
don't think
sheets.
he got it 3 weeks ago in game week 15. That's it. He's got it twice, and his attacking returns like all came in game week 2, man.
But
He got an assist like 4 weeks ago, and then another assist 10 weeks before that.
But eye test will tell you he's going to get more attacking returns. I promise you. He's in on the corners. There's something like he's missed 5 or 6 big chances. I know that's not necessarily a good thing to hear.
Yeah,
but
fair enough. Chalobah has more points per match.
Yeah, but Chalobah got a load of goals early doors. I mean, fair enough. I mean, it sounds like you throw the Chalobah.
No, I'm not saying I do, but
Okay. The other thing in your equation is you save 4 points in the sense of you save the transfer.
Yes, and I also save 0.8 million. Chalobah's a lot cheap. Well, actually, how much is Palmer?
I mean, just while I've been talking, just one thing to throw out there. I don't know how much he is actually, but the guy we might want as our third forward, Kev, when we get to game week 31, is your mate.
Forwards?
Raul. Because Fulham have got Burnley at home that week.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, you want him.
Assess then.
Yeah, anyway, it's just that. Well, this is why it's worthwhile looking ahead to that, because I'm thinking of selling Anderson. I'm like, hang on a second, but when I need in 31, I need to play my guy, and if Anderson has got Burnley at home, I'm keeping Anderson for that and not faffing about with my 5th defender, because I don't need to, because my other defenders are Timber, Big Gabs, Tarkowski, and Chalobah. So I'm like, that's sorted. I don't have to touch my defense, which is nice, because I don't want to faff about with defenders, because it's more the midfielders and attackers that seem to be going up and down. It's more the midfielders that seem to be the target, which we talk about quite a lot.
I want guys like, why was I attracted to Bruno G? Because decent-ish fixtures. I mean, the Wolves home game is now behind them, and it turns out it's not a good fixture after all. But in form, not horrendous fixtures. Doesn't get CBIT every week, but he's in and around it. Does get it some weeks. Plays 90. I wouldn't say he's the talisman, but he's probably the most dependable attacking player on the team, I guess, from a FPL perspective. And he's not too expensive. Bruno Fernandes is on another world. He's like basically like, I could see us captaining him over Holland soon if that what we just watched last week's the norm going forward with the new, manager scenario. We'll see. But then after that, it's like, it keeps changing who we want. Well, Rice is on that level but besides Declan Rice, Bruno Fernandes, Holland, Big Gabs, and then I don't want to change my keeper around too much, but like honestly, after that, everyone else that we want kind of keeps changing. I mean, if Thiago blanks again next week, people are gonna be like, should I get rid of Thiago? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like
I think for me, Thiago's staying in my team now. I'm sticking with Thiago.
Yeah, for sure. I was looking at getting him in, but I was like, oh fuck, he's got Chelsea and then who? Some other really good.
But it sounds like he had some good chances yesterday, to be honest. So I'm quite relaxed with him. I think
I know, Mike. I was just joking because he was so like I get him last week. These guys blanked twice. Oh, I mean, he's got Forest home now. Maybe I'll get him in this week for Ekateke. I mean, how'd Ekateke look?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I mean, I guess one of my main takeaways is Liverpool don't keep a clean sheet in the easy game. I'm like, Alisson is not a good pick for me here, but I'll look into that.
Dude, Ekateke had a 1.18 XGI again, man, and blanked. And his last game, because he got injured, he played Leeds. He had a 1.33 XGI.
Well, I think isn't the Leeds game? Isn't the Leeds game when he missed an absolute sitter, which was probably like a 0.8 or 0.9?
And he's braced a few times. Like, this guy's getting fucking. I don't think I want to sell him, man.
Well, I mean, the thing is, would he improve when Mo's back? Mo's back next week. Remember, you got Mo back.
Let's see. before I blast him out for Thiago, I guess. But if the thing is, Thiago's so much cheaper, doing similar numbers, and that's ultimately why he's more attractive.
Exactly why I bought him, because that's what you said a couple of weeks ago. So a couple of things on managers then, and then one thing on Haaland, and then we wrap up. So
Sure.
Thomas Frank must be getting sacked.
Yeah,
he's gone. He looks gone.
The fans have been calling that out for like a month now too.
But I mean, the Arsenal Cup was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Although not his fault, as hilarious as it is. I'm not sure what that means for their team, but it's kind of it depends. So you kind of got them getting a new manager. Well, let's see what happens with Palace.
Yeah,
there was kind of rumours for a while that Scott Parker was going to get sacked from Burnley, but I don't know. I mean, they got the draw yesterday. It's Liverpool, so maybe he stays a bit longer. We've obviously got the uncertainty of what's going to happen with Man U and Chelsea. I know. We've all got very excited about Man U.
Yeah.
Let's see how they play against Arsenal next week. I mean, there may be a bit of a new manager bounce. There is also a bit of the new manager bounce at home against your arch rivals. It's like it's a game you should be able to get up for, right? Let's see how that plays through. Chelsea are so unknown for me of what this new guy's going to do, because he played a bizarre format.
Sorry. They've looked okay.
Yeah, look, he played a weird team against us in the Carabao Cup. I mean, I know we only won 3-2. We should have absolutely smashed them out the park. We let in some terrible goals because turns out Raya is much better than the guy that we got from Chelsea for £5 million. But like they played like quite a weak team, and it was like this is really weird. But he seems to be focused on the Premier League. So I guess that there's a lot more for him to get them back in the Champions League than there is for him to win the Carabao Cup.
But he's not going anywhere.
No.
Arne Slot might. I mean, they fucking drew to Burnley at Anfield. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I know they won the league. He's had a beef with Mo. They spent billions of pounds, it seems like, and got.
To be fair,
Wirtz finally scored at Burnley at home. I think he
scored before that. I think Wirtz has looked. Wirtz, you've seen the bit more from Wirtz. You've seen what they bought in him. This touch and the skill from the guy.
I hear, like, look, he started so bad it's going to weigh his stats down the rest of the season. So over the last few games, sure, he's had some stats, but like, look who they've played. Burnley at home. I think for me, if you're going to spend 150 million euros or whatever the fuck it was, and there's all these different numbers, but like 150 euros is what I've seen online. So you are either one of these types of players, a 25 goal scorer, a 10 goal, 10 assist fucking wizard, an elite defensive midfielder. Which one of those is he supposed to be? Like, and then I have a Liverpool buddy who I've been razzing all season. He's getting a bit pissy about it, and he's like, "Whoa, he's so young though." And I'm like, "It's older than fucking Dele Alli was when we all thought he was going to be elite, and then he turned to shit." Young doesn't necessarily mean good, man. Like that's like a big thing I find in footy for home fans more than any other sport. It's like, oh, the guy's young, love him. Like I was razzing you a bit about last year with MLS. Like, it's just like, doesn't mean he's gonna be good just because he had one good game young, man. Like, Dele Alli fucking sucked after being good for like he had like one unreal season where he had like 19 goals, remember? And then he just sucked. Like, Fleury and Wirtz right now to me looks like the biggest bust in the history of football signings. But he's had a good game against Burnley and scored at home. Like, fuck, I'm not willing to like say he's starting to look good.
I'll be shocked if Slot gets sacked. Let's see, because I don't think I think Liverpool are a club traditionally with a bit more patience, and I think the fans are a bit more respectful.
He won the league.
He won the league, so he's built up, and he's not like
they're also like fourth in the standings.
Yeah, they're in and out of the champ. They closed the Champions League spots. They're still in the Champions League itself. Yeah. I think they're probably still in the FA Cup. It's not like he's, and he's getting Mo back, and Isak has been injured. Wirtz hasn't quite hit the heights they wanted. The defenders have dropped off a bit. Alisson's been injured.
Tark 11 C-bet.
Yeah,
He
I
just
know.
fucking
Yeah.
fly up, eh? He had
Yeah,
3
no,
at like
I was going to say
60 minutes.
it came in about 5-10 minutes ago. I
Did
didn't
it?
get a chance to tell you. Yeah,
There must have just been I'm not watching. There must have just been a fucking
yeah, but he
like
needs to keep the clean now. If he
yeah,
keeps the clean, then
I don't
we're
even want to
laughing.
look. If it goes late,
It's
so
in 92 minutes.
yeah,
So I
I don't
mean,
want to look.
if Everton win, despite the fact it was frustrating that we drew yesterday, we've actually extended our lead by a point, which is a fantastic outcome from the weekend.
You'd have Tarkin your team and you're an Arsenal fan. Like
That's right. So Kev, here's the big question: are you still captaining Haaland this week home to Wolves, despite the fact it's a harder fixture? And then the bigger question is,
yeah,
when do we sell Haaland?
no.
Have you seen his put up his scores?
I don't
And
need the
tell me.
money, man. It's too much of a risk. But this is what happened last year. Remember, he was like the greatest guy of all time, and then by like game week 15, he was fucking shit.
So the last
For like
5
the
weeks,
next 15 weeks.
2,
I know.
6, 2.
Yeah. We joked
even his
about it
expected-
earlier in the year. There'll be if even Holland will get to a point where he blanks, and it's like
But his expected goal involvement is falling off a cliff as well. That's the other thing. It's not like it's just been a bit unlucky.
I got a
That
cheeky
is
question
fun.
for you. When are you selling Semenyo?
Probably this week. No, anyway.
I saw that and I was like, dude, this is like classic. Chris got to go a little different with a fucking thing. And I'm like, you don't even know how he's going to look at this team. Like, this team is for attackers is so hard to play.
But the thing with Semenyo is,
Foden and just because everyone else got him. I mean, he was so hot for like 3 weeks. And
but one of the reasons why I went Semenyo, just to add, one of the reasons is he can't play in the Champions League.
Yeah, but you know he's going to play there's no way they're spending that money and just fucking Savinhoing him day one. Like by the end of the year,
but the thing is, he can't play in the next 2 league games of the Champions League, and he can't play in the playoffs either, I don't think. And therefore, there's a lot of games that he can't play in, and therefore he will be a fixture in that league team, I think. I could be wrong. He's probably get a rest somewhere. And he's been informed this season. And I just wanted the Man City attacker.
There's no need to get rid of him. I was just joking around. I'm not selling Haaland. I mean,
no, but
I might not captain him as much.
Keep an eye on
Wolves at home. I mean, 2 questions. As bad as his form is, do you still think he's there's something about him just being a bit better at home in general? Yes, I think there is something. And then the second one is like, who else would you captain? I don't know, like Ekiteke, Bournemouth away, Man U for Rice and Saka after the Man U we just saw play. That's all pumped up with confidence. Like I don't really want to captain an Arsenal player versus them.
I think the problem with Haaland is, the thing with Haaland is there's not a good, you remember 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, I really want Watkins. I mean, wow, I don't want Watkins anymore.
No.
And then I really want Ekitike. And I think maybe he does come back. But Gyökeres is not going to be on anyone's list because he's not going to be, even if Gyökeres hits a bit of form, he's not playing more than 70 minutes in matches now because you've got Havertz and Jesus sharing minutes with him. What other strikers are there? So there's no other strikers. So if you don't have Haaland, you're almost playing with one striker, which doesn't really work.
He's getting the same 2-point blanks that everyone else is getting. What I do like about what's happening is it will very quickly go from, hey, maybe we could start captaining Haaland here and there to like, it's not a perma-captain game anymore. People are captain people all over the place if he blanks another week or 2, right? Like it'll finally open this fucking game up a bit. Sean capped Bruno G, a couple did Ekiteke. Like it's, again, everyone blanked. Bizarre week.
To be fair, we've been playing with blanks. I've been playing with the Haaland captain a little bit, and it's not really paid off that much.
No, when I go off him, I get fucked, and so I've just like fuck it. I'm just.
But the problem with it is it's the psychology of it, right? Because if you got Haaland in your team, let's say you go, you know what? I think Wolves will do well this weekend and stop him, and you go, okay, great. You then have to work out who's the alternative. Where you kind of said, and there isn't someone consistent as an alternative, and even if. Maybe Bruno F is the answer, or maybe Big Gabs is the answer. Honestly, there was, I know you half jokingly said, "Why don't you just captain Big Gabs or Rice?" You start going, "Why don't you just go with the guys that are going to get you 6-7 points guaranteed pretty much every week with a decent upside?" But the problem is you'll then get burnt by
That's a good
Haaland. The
question.
problem is if you don't captain Haaland, it's like you're playing with 10 men, isn't it?
I know.
Because you know that if you and there's
You
and there,
almost
and
think
there,
if you're not
and
going to
there is a
captain him
psychology
anymore,
to
you
that.
should sell him.
It's full time, by the way. Everton have won, so you must have been a nice green man.
What were the bonus? I didn't look at that.
Oh, I've not looked at that.
Fucking Gardner had 29. Seabit. Pickford got 3. Barry got 2. O'Brien got 1. And Tark's just behind him with 27 to 29.
That's fine. I'm taking the 8 from Tark.
Recalibrate.
I mean, that's a 42 pointer for me, of which 31 pointer for my defense.
The D are big, eh?
They have. I mean, I got nothing from the goalkeeper.
So you
but yeah,
beat me in draft because of that fucking Barry goal.
Brilliant, yeah. In your face.
Damn it. Fuck.
That's a bonus win because I generally thought it was over.
What a weekend for you, eh?
What a weekend. Right.
So that's how many points for Tark then? 8?
8. Perfect.
That's a big week, dude. That's
and he's not very highly owned.
He doesn't get 8. You know what I mean?
He's not very highly owned. It's weird.
We were all on because people kind of went the Keane way to get cute, and it's just fucking exploded in their face. Not that I said that would happen. Like I had a feeling it was weird that he missed that one game and mentioned it, but like brutally exploded on people's faces that went that way.
And the fact they've kept a clean. Who would have played in defense alongside him then?
O'Brien. I don't understand what the fuck's wrong with Keane still. It's like
he got a red card. He's banned.
Is that why he's out today?
Yeah, he's banned.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the injury.
No, he's banned now. He scored and then got sent off. He scored and got sent off. He got so it was weird because he got 5 points. I think Tarkowski did 2, but one had a goal and a red card, and one just had C-bit or something. And yeah, that's the end of him.
So can we do something quick then? Okay, so this week we're not going to go against Holland. Next week he's got Spurs away. Okay, Man United have Fulham at home,
and Spurs might have a new manager bounce at that point.
Chelsea have West Ham home. People are gonna remember that João Pedro game, man. I'm not saying go get João Pedro, but they fucking smashed West Ham.
Palmer captain for you?
No,
I mean to be fair,
I would captain Bruno Fulham home before that. But then Arsenal have who do you guys have?
Away. Yeah.
I'd probably go Bruno. Honestly, I could see a week from now, the week everyone gets Bruno in. It's like if Haaland blanks in this Wolves home game, I think everyone's gonna bring in Bruno and captain him. He's gonna be like Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno could be the captain 24 and 25 because in 25, Man City away at Liverpool, and Man United have got Spurs at home.
Chelsea have Wolves away. Where's Arsenal?
Arsenal got Sunderland at home.
That's a rice cap game right there.
Yeah, so
I think
maybe
we're in
this
fucking open season finally. Fuck this permacap bullshit.
Right.
Here comes Haaland with 4 goals versus Wolves now.
Right. I need to shoot because I have food ready to eat, man.
Ooh, what are you having?
Curry.
Beans on toast?
No, curry. We're having curry, man. Having Friday night. If it's not Friday night, Sunday night curry, of course. Right.
Classic roast Sunday curry. Curry sauce on a roast.
Because we didn't have it on Friday, so we have it tonight instead. It's all good.
All right, buddy.
Right. Well,
it was fun, especially with that fucking good result for Pickford.
7 points. We extended the lead at the top, not in the way that I expected, but who cares? We'll take that.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna click stop recording. Fuck yeah.
Boom.
Stop.